Hello, Internet. You probably noticed that something, as I was just pouring myself a drink, something just walked past. And didn't aggro us. It was new. It was shiny. Explore the first... Wow. One thing I've said before about Remnant is that it does colour quite well. And it needs to, of course. Because a lot of the game is kind of post-apocalyptic drab. So there has to be. We've got no power. There has to be good use of colour. Right, so we found a puzzle thing. We'll look around for where that might be useful. It'll probably be a password for something in the computer. I'd a guess. There's that enemy again. It seems to be patrolling. Ah! That made me jump. You probably gathered from the sound of me jumping. Nice claustrophobic corridors. Flashing lights. Is it too quiet? I think it's too quiet. Ah, we need a fuse. Not exactly a new puzzle. Right, this is going to take us upstairs. The atmosphere building is quite good. What is that?
Dr. Yuri Karsgaard, September 30th, 1960.
Uh-huh.
Today is an auspicious day. The crystal and its corresponding structures beneath the atoll are secure. And Commander Neville has given us full access to the writings. The runes are unlike any script I've ever seen. Commander Neville believes they are of extraterrestrial origin, but I believe they originate from a civilization much, much older than any we have yet known. Deciphering them proved difficult at first.
Uh-huh.
But I believe I have found a pattern. And I am working on a lexicon. The others do not see it yet. Some even claim I am making things up. But I see clear elements of logic in the runes. A story. I hope to know more in the coming months.
So it was Skarsgård, if I remember correctly, that first made contact with the dragon, wasn't it? And thus forged a link which invited the route into the world. Right, we need the power back on. This door is locked. This door is also locked. Okay, what? Yes, this was an excellent idea. I'm so glad I did this. Oh, I think I know what we need to do with this, actually. We need to head to that bit that was blocked off. Oh, shit! Nice. Yeah, that bit with the weird eye thing that made me jump. This is a very cool effect, and I like the little bits of lens flare. Where's your weak spot, mate? Dear Lord, this thing's beefy. Is it telekinesing? But it's stuck. Oh, shoot! I've just noticed my health. Eat some of that. It is taking damage, but it's not taking a lot of damage, is it? Okay. Sensation. It's coming! Oh!
That was rough.
Interesting. It's not here in this. I don't think it's here. This is very claustrophobic. Delightfully so, says the guy who is actually claustrophobic. Basement 2. Right, there's another one of those things. So they are adversaries to be avoided. I guess. When in this other realm. February 18th, 1962. Every time I read Clawburn's passages, I find something new. Sometimes I think the runes may actually be changing, though photographic evidence has proven that to be as ridiculous as it sounds. Only my understanding is evolving. The author of the runes intrigues me. He speaks as though his people are immortal. At first I interpreted this in a spiritual sense, like heaven or the Hindu concept of nirvana. But the stories he tells are not those of souls that have moved on. He speaks of living beings carrying out mundane utopian lives. They are real. What if these writings are meant literally? What if his people, who have found a way to send Clawbone's words across the barriers between the worlds, have also found a way to elude death itself? It sounds fantastic even as I write it, yet the possibility cannot be overlooked. If so, then his world may still exist. Clawbone may still exist. He writes of realms his people cannot enter, quarantined by powerful guardians and ancient codes. I believe our world is similarly quarantined, hence the runes rather than the personal visits. But what if we could reach him? What if we could speak to Clawbone himself? So he was tricked, well, he was lured with the promises of immortality. A typically human response, one would argue. Let's, right, there's another thing there. Must remember that there are sometimes secret walls and stuff in this game. Ugh. Yeah, so we need to get through there to get past. The thing that is intriguing me is that there are no apparent... Ooh! I see... purple. And I want it. Ah, we've got to go back round. Right, there's the rift. Whoa. Oh, hi. I forgot we had to kill it. I have made a terrible mistake. Oh, shit. Die. Woo.
That was rough.
100% forgot that you had to kill that enemy. Not the enemy, the well, I guess it is an enemy, isn't it? The barrier. So Ward Prime is where they first came through, isn't it? If I remember correctly, which I probably don't, because it's been an awfully long time since I've really had to do any thinking about the lore of this game at all. That still works. Logbook. October 31st, 1960. Astounding. The runes are a history, even a kind of instruction manual. The author, whose runic name can be best translated as Clawbone, seems to have been a kind of missionary from his own country, and the runes his epistle. He speaks with the perfection of his home country, a land without sickness, pain, suffering, or sorrow. A land even without death. I can only assume he is speaking about an ancient form of heaven. I have tried to teach others to decipher the runes, but all my efforts have been in vain. They cannot see the patterns I see, and some even claim I am delusional. I had not thought myself much more intelligent than the other scientists, but perhaps I was wrong. In any case, I proved my methods beyond a doubt when I used the ruby lens to decipher the door's passcode. As a result, Commander Neville has put me on deciphering the runes full time. It is my project now. Oh, hello. Ward Prime maintenance key. A single silver-coloured key with the letters WP embossed on it. They must have locked this ward up one section at a time, trying to keep the root from getting out. Fat lot of good that did them. Indeed. In very deed. Right, so I assume we now need to head back upwards to the door on the previous level. And in order to do that, I need to be able to find my way out, which, considering my sense of geography, is yeah. There's probably more to explore down there, however. Yeah, so we can not so much interact with it, but it will It kind of exists, but not really. At least it doesn't attack. Is it up again? Right. No. That's just the way out. Ah! As I said, my geography, bad. Oh no, wait. No. That is the way I want to go. I just make myself look like an idiot trying to navigate structures like this. And the thing is, it's not even a maze. It's not even vaguely maze-like, really. Ah, this was it. Cha-ching! Alright, there's another one of our friends there. Can we open these from... No, I'm guessing they're the electronic doors that require power. So again, our immediate goal here seems to be... Oh, there's a console that's working there. Maximum series, no, blah, 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 blah. Current user set to admin. System diagnostic. Testing uplink. Testing memory. I'll put that on in a second. Destroy the route obstructions. Ah, that's what those things are. They are called obstructions. And there are multiple of them. So there's one down there. There's one there. I assume all this has to be done before we can initialize the reactor. And is the one up here as well? Yes. So we need to do that while avoiding our friendly unkillable enemy types. Oh. And also, we can't go back. Whoa. Oh. Okay. So every time we kill one of these things, it throws us out. Okay. So technically, that's two.
It's over.
I've got very little ammunition left. Probably should... Oh, mind you, I've got a 41 ammo boxes, so I really shouldn't need to worry about ammo. Right. The downstairs one is going to be the hardest one, I think, because there's another... There's one of these things right there. This guy will disappear. He's going to make his way round there and up, so we can avoid him, but we can't avoid him. Yeah, go on. Off you go. Off you pop. Whoa. That didn't work as well as I was hoping for, to be fair. No, shit. Like that. I'm gonna need to use this. Gotcha!
It's over.
Sweet. I win. Having passive mods generation is amazing for this build. Well, I say build, it's not really a build.
Dr. Ulrich Harsgaard.
Hello again.
December 13th, 1962.
2 years after.
The early war wards have experienced a number of setbacks. The Dreamer in Ward 2 was the center of a mass murder-suicide earlier this year, and Ward 3 is now nothing more than a burnt-out husk.
Bravo.
These incidents seem to have stemmed from miscalculations with the Dreamers. Their minds could not handle the reality of what they experienced. Or so I suspect. There have been murmurings to shut down the wards, but Clawbone's writings warned such things might
Well, of course they did.
There is no other way. If we are to save our world, to bind our minds with Clawbone himself, then these are the sacrifices that must be made.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what is at stake here.
That sounds sane.
To use a vernacular phrase, we will reach utopia or bust.
Sounds like a wonderful plan. Wonderful and sensible. Right. Whoa. Run, run as fast as you can. I think not. Sucker. What's through here? I'm guessing that this is going to bring us down to the other side of the purple room. I do like this sword. It's suitably glowy for my needs. Check up there in a second. Trait book. Shortcut get. Okay. Now, is this a place that we have been before? Yes, but we couldn't get through here before. Yeah, that's the stuff that I've just destroyed. But now we can get up here, which is a thing that we could not do previously. But if there is a reason for doing so, it is not yet apparent. But it's the other side of a stairwell that seems to be Yeah, it's there, isn't it? And that's what we need to get up and through. Okay.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.